if we know that that the vast majority of students or children, even adults, have had these adverse experiences that go beyond normal struggle, we have to expect that their physiological response to stress and challenge is different, because we know that adverse childhood experiences literally change the brain. They change the brain, and we haven't even mentioned the overexposure to social media and electronics. Those types of things, we know from the science that it changes the brain. In my field of education and the overlap of mental health, one of my favorite frameworks of thinking is something called the compass of shame. And as teachers, we get frustrated when a student does something wrong and we call them out, and then all of a sudden they blow up, or they run out of the room, or they just sit there and cower. The research has shown us that when kids experience change, and it could be good change or bad change, they typically respond in 4 ways. One is withdrawal, one is avoidance, one is harming others, and one is harming self. And they're that's a spectrum of harming self. Doesn't necessarily mean taking one's life, but it could be. It could also be negative self-talk. So when children have adverse childhood experience, which we now know everybody has, when we see a child or a teen react in one of those 4 ways, avoidance, withdrawal, harm self or harm others, a better question, rather than why did you do that, would be what happened to condition your brain to respond that way. And one of the best strategies for helping them overcome that is simply encouraging them to stop and try to name how they're feeling. Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling embarrassed? Just that one act of naming how they feel can change the trajectory of their mental health outcomes. To be able to identify, I'm feeling this way. I'm not this. I'm not an angry person, but I am feeling angry right now. And here's why. I may have a very good reason for feeling angry. And giving them permission to feel that emotion can do wonders for changing those outward behaviors rather than reinforcing them.